basketball game versus the Dunlap Lady Eagles, and we are underway in the first quarter, and Dunlap is off to a fast start.
I can't hear anything.
Test. Tonight's Lady Panther basketball game versus Dunlap. We are underway here in the first quarter. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jerry Warfield, joined by longtime Washington basketball coach Jeff Little. And the Lady Eagles are off to a fast start, 15-5. They're in front. Some good shooting by the Lady Eagles so far. Jumped out to a 7-0 lead. Basket snipe by Claire McDougal, 3 by Avery Tibbs with all the offense so far. We're about 4 minutes into, 5 minutes into the contest. Dunlap got off a fast start. So far, we have 9 teams so far. So good start by the Eagles. Defensively, trying to get some stops. Addie Kipler and Maisie O'Brien got a timeout on the court. 15-8. Dunlap is in front, 2:34 left. Defensive boards. Panthers got off the slow start offensively. I think one offensive rebound and missed that one. Everything so far is kind of playing at this point. Ball screen action on the Dunlap end on their offense. The Panthers got to find an answer to that. Kind of create some good shots from the screen. So far down these are two of the top teams in the Mid-Illini Conference, both at 10-1, both at 4-0 Mid-Illini Conference play. Lady Panthers coming off of a majority on Saturday versus missed the 3 from the corner with the ball down. So guarded on top there by Claire McDougal. Stolen by Claire McDougal to her sister Becca. Marking out of bounds off of McDougal. This is the first of 2 games that will be streaming tonight, so appreciate everybody joining us for this 5 o'clock tip-off. We've got the boys coming up versus Dunlap, 7 o'clock tip-off. Steal there by Maisie O'Brien. McDougal all the way to the basket. Shaw finishes. And then 15-10. He's down 5. So far. Foul is on Claire. Justice Cruz back in for the Eagles.
stolen by Dunlap. 15 seconds here to go in first. Solberger up top for the ball screen.
Oh, time expires before they can get a shot off. So after 1/4 of play, Dunlap sets this Panthers 13. As you mentioned, Rebel some scoring with Solberger. She's just one of 2 seniors on this team. She's taken one next step in her basketball career. She's a pretty good player in the middle right now for the Dunlap Eagles, so that's not a surprise. Coach Laurie and Panthers, I'm sure she was probably option 1A with an asterisk next to it on the scouting report. The starters are tonight for the Lady Panthers. This is Tibbs, Claire, and Becca McDougal, and the Highbreeder and Chloe Vaughn. Looks like Tibbs will be checking back into the contest. Some good energy there by Kimler as she came in.
The Panthers, that was they were down big there to start, and a good run, cut it to 2. The Eagle basket got the lead back up to 4. Back man-to-man here. I think you'll see the Eagles probably man-to-man when Tibbs is out of the game, or when she's in the game, since she's such a good shooter. Turnover by the Panthers. That foul on Addie Kimler. I believe that's her second.
2 on her. She's replaced by Highbreeder.
.30 out top, Kellis Moores for the Eagles, drives the basket, right hand off the glass, and good. Step back McDougal, 15-footer Highbreeder with a rebound.
Oh,
gets it up and in and draws the foul.
Strong play there by Emma. She got bumped around more on the celebration than by the opponent.
Foul on Rimmels, her second. That'll pose a problem for Coach Cassidy here.
And she hits the free throw to complete the 3-point play.
Cuts the 6-point lead in half to 3 here, 19-16. Cruz back in for the Eagles to replace Rimmel. Morris again, that right-hand drive, but gets her own rebound. Panthers a little slow reacting. Solberger open 15. Tibbs with the rebound, fighting with it.
Whistle, and who they're going to call the foul on it.
Got a travel.
Travel. I was going to say that could go either way, but the travel.
That probably wasn't one of the 2 ways you were thinking it was going to go.
And Coach Cassidy is thinking may have been a foul there as well, but we'll take it.
I thought maybe you would say it was a late jump ball call, and that would have given the ball back to the Eagles. But Vaughn on the left side. Tibbs comes up through the middle. Kick out. McDougal for 3, right wing. A little long. Morris with another rebound, but lost her balance. It goes to the ground. I mean, that one was a little more obvious that was a travel. I don't think she got a lot of contact there, trying to go a little too fast.
Tibbs causing some havoc there, poking the ball away initially and causing that ball to get bounced around a little bit.
Vaughn off the ball screen, drives the lane, left hand, Pass inside Heidebrieder. Her shot off the mark. Cruz with the rebound. She might have traveled, got away with one there. Morris brings it up for the Eagles. Off the double ball screen, Solberger looking to penetrate. Guarded by Becca McDougal now. Draws the foul. I think Coach Barth made that defensive switch there to kind of protect Claire.
And that foul actually goes on Claire.
And
her second.
It didn't work. First free throw short. Missed them both. McDougal comes out with it. See how long Coach Barth goes with Claire here with the 2 fouls. She's strong to the basket.
Off the glass and in. Nice.
19-18, the 1-point lead. Closest the Panthers have been since the opening tip.
9 points now for Claire on the evening.
Solberger kicks out in the corner. Shot by Holmes is short. Vaughn comes out with the board. Strong to the basket, kicks out Tibbs. Tibbs drives baseline. Strong, rebound Heidebrieder, up and in. Panthers' first lead of the night, 20-19.
I believe the Panthers' largest deficit was 9, and it was 11-2. Back in front by 1.
That foul on Heidebrieder, her second. O'Brien into the game will replace McDougal. Claire McDougal.
Mazzy, one of a host of freshmen that are making major contributions on the Lady Panthers squad. Avery Tibbs, of course, Becca McDougal, herself, Ainsley Redling-Schaefer getting a lot of time in some early contests as well and making contributions. So the future is certainly bright for Lady Panther basketball program. Both free throws good.
Solberger gives the Eagles the lead back, 21-20. Vaughn drives baseline, finds McDougal, finds a cutting Tibbs for the basket.
Nice passing there by the Lady Panthers. 22-21, back in front by a point.
Holmes thought about the 3, guarded by Vaughn, right side. Up top, Solberger, guarded by O'Brien.
Torrey Gymnasium starting to fill up.
Solberger strong to the basket, left hand off the glass and in. Split the Panther defense. A couple people tried to rotate a little slow and didn't get all the way there, and she got all the way to the glass.
She's now in double digits with 10 points on the evening.
Tibbs reverses, McDougal over to O'Brien. O'Brien drives, kick out. Kimmler strong to the basket.
She's fouled by Centoni.
6'1" freshman for the Eagles. Going to be a nice post player, I'm sure, for Coach Cassidy.
First foul in the evening. Kimmler at the line to shoot 2. First one is long. Misses them both. Dunlap with the rebound. And Haley got into some trouble and a timeout by Dunlap.
Panthers recognize that, did a nice job shutting down those outlet passes once she picked up her dribble in the backcourt. Saved a 10-second call.
We're at the 3:43 mark of the second quarter. 1 point Dunlap advantage. Once again, both of these teams are 10-1 on the season and a perfect 4-0 in Mid-Illini Conference play. Next up for the Lady Panthers, they've got a non-conference game Thursday, weather pending, versus Normal West. We can get that one in if that's not a blizzard on Thursday. And then they head off to the State Farm Classic, where they fared pretty well last year, taking home second place. Their first game is on the 27th versus Bloomington, and I believe that game will be played at Bloomington High School, if I'm not mistaken.
Centoni got doubled in the post, drug a pivot foot for a travel. Redling Schaefer in the game here for the Panthers.
So 3 freshmen on the court for the Panthers.
Out there with Vaughn and Kimmler, the 2 seniors. Drive by Vaughn off the glass. Redling Schaefer, a fresh set of legs, guarding Solberger.
Ooh. Got tripped up there. Shot is off the mark, brought down by Tibbs to Vaughn.
Vaughn looks to drive, kick out Tibbs. Left wing in front of the Dunlap bench, off the mark.
Just off the mark, just short. Again, some good rebounding on the defensive end by the Eagles throughout this first half.
Haven't been very many second chance opportunities. Panthers aren't shooting a bad percentage, but there have been some second chance opportunities and haven't been able to get their hands on very many of them. Haley inside, kick out. Solberger good. Inside to Kimmler. Kimmler turns right, looks. 15-footer now drives baseline, spin move in the lane.
Nice.
Addie Kimmler up on off the glass. Good spacing by the Panthers. It gave her room to do that. She got the ball at the high post, started to go left, use a reverse pivot, spin back to the right. Holmes, another one of the freshmen for the Eagles.
A host of freshmen on their varsity squad.
I think both teams are probably looking at a bright future with as many freshmen as they're getting into varsity games here.
5 freshmen listed on the varsity roster for Dunlap.
Turnover there on a carry. Coach Cassidy was saying there have been a few people that have done that tonight. Vaughn for 3. Her shot short. Off the mark. Morris with the rebound. Looks up the court. Finds Holmes. Holmes, 12-footer on the baseline. Builds that Eagle lead back up to 3.
It's her first basket of the night. Kimmler.
Looks at Redling Schaefer going through. Tibbs drives baseline, looks, reverses to Vaughn. Vaughn strong to the basket. Little contact, no foul.
Minute left in the first quarter, or first half.
Morris finds Solberger. She drives baseline all the way to the lane. Off the glass, no good, but gets her own rebound. Kicks out Morris. Right back, Red.
All alone.
Solberger, short again. O'Brien with the board. Strong to the basket. She carries it.
Not a call that you see a lot if you watch a lot of basketball, but tonight's a couple of times already in the first half.
Be interesting to hear if that was a point of emphasis this year for the officials to look for that. At times it's blatant. At times kids really use it as an advantage, but I don't think either one of them that have been called were advantageous to either one of them. Remmel back in here with her 2 fouls. Solberger. You can see the Eagles probably hold it for 1 here. 20 seconds remaining. The 3-point lead. Gets the ball screen, looks for Cruz rolling. Hands off to Solberger. Solberger guarded by Redling Schaefer. Good defense by the freshman. Her shot off the mark. Rebound McDougal. She kicks it out to Tibbs.
Oh. As she got that rebound and turned, ran into Morris, and should be called for the travel. Less than a second.
9/10. Probably looking for a lob here. Looking for a screen to 44 to Cruz. She's just going to try to tip that.
All right, and that is the halftime buzzer, and Dunlap with a 3-point advantage heading into the locker room. Dunlap 27 and the Panthers 24. So the Panthers come back from that slow start. They were down 9, 11-2. Storm back to take the lead, but it's Dunlap with the advantage at the half by 3, 27-24. I want to give a shout out to our technical crew, the guys that are getting this game onto YouTube and allowing you to watch it at home. Alex Calhoun, Andrew Crawford, Tyson Lehman, and Ethan Purry. Thanks to them for the getting this thing going and the great graphics and the multi-camera angles. So,
well, and one thing too, you got to remember, their winter break started today at about 1:15. So these guys are really putting in some extra time. So hopefully they're getting some extra credit out of this deal somehow.
For sure. All right, so certainly rebounded there, Jeff. But what is Kim going to tell the girls in the locker room?
Well, I mean, obviously, hey, you spotted the other undefeated team in the conference, a 9 or 10 point lead in the first quarter, and you've battled your way back, but you've got to, McDougal's got 2 fouls for the Panthers, Rummel's got 2 for the Eagles, so obviously those 2 could come into play, but I'm sure she's telling them, hey, you've got yourself back into it. It wasn't because we made one basket. We made some plays, strung together some baskets after getting stops, so, got to continue that kind of effort. It's going to need to be that same kind of attention to detail. I think we lost some shooters a couple times, especially early, more so than late. In Solberger and Remmel, they got wide open looks and made them. So, I think the things that have worked here over the last probably maybe 12 minutes of this half are the things that she's going to, try to impress upon them that we need to continue with. So,
all right, well, let's take a little bit of a break, and we will be back in about 10 minutes for the second half of the Dunlap Washington girls game. Dunlap in front by 3. I hope that people up here can hear me better than I can hear whoever's talking.
oh, I think so. I can hear Ryan.
Yeah. Kind of knew what Roger was saying, to be honest. Yeah. Something about life skills.
Yeah, I heard life skills.
Yeah.
Is there any way? Wait.
And welcome back to Torrey Gymnasium on the campus of Washington Community High School for tonight's Dunlap Washington girls basketball game. We are going into the third quarter here. Dunlap with a 27-24 lead on the Lady Panthers. Dunlap jumped out to a big lead in the first quarter, and the Lady Panthers battled their way back to make it a 3-point game at the half, and hopefully will continue that trend, and the Panthers pulling out a victory. Both teams are at 10-1 on the season, 4-0 in Middle Illini Conference play. Entering the contest, so a big Middle Illini game early on in this season, Jeff.
Well, I'm sure Coach Barth feels good about being down only 3 after that big lead and having McDougal on the bench for probably the last 4.5 minutes of that half. So, she's got to feel good about that. But, they'll have to continue to battle back here to make up for this 3-point deficit. So, you're seeing two of the best teams here in the Middle Illini. Like you said, 4-0 coming into tonight, halfway through the rotation. And the winner of this game will have that slight half-game lead here with some tough games still for both. I don't think either one of them has played Morton yet. I don't think Dunlap has played Metamora either. So,
a lot of basketball yet to be played.
Absolutely.
It's the starting lineups for both squads coming out of the halftime locker room. Remmel, her shot along the baseline is in and out, rebounded by Becca McDougal.
Finds Vaughn right side. She thought about the 3. Panthers set it up with Claire McDougal up top.
It's Avery Tibbs, Claire McDougal, Becca McDougal, Emma Hybreeder, and Carly Vaughn on the floor.
Vaughn tried to get it to a cutting Tibbs. Ball tipped out of bounds.
Morris got her hand on that one. Beautiful pass otherwise.
Good idea. Dunlap goes man-to-man here on this out-of-bounds play. Inbound to Heidebreeder. She reverses it. Claire McDougal, left side.
Peyton Haley gets the assignment on her, at least early going third quarter.
Claire McDougal, strong move inside. Heidebreeder with that offensive rebound. Up and in, another offensive rebound basket for Emma Heidebreeder.
She's been impressive so far in this contest, both rebounding and then being able to put that ball back up and in.
Solberger drives.
Offensive rebound this time for the Lady Eagles.
Morris with the long 3 off the glass. Claire McDougal corrals that one. Puts her head down, drives to the basket, off the glass and in. Gives the Panthers that 1-point lead, 28-27.
9 points first half for Claire. First couple of points in the second half for 11 on the evening so far.
Solberger drives. Her shot off the mark. Tibbs there for the rebound. Heidebreeder comes out with it. 2 good shots.
And another carry call, this time on Claire.
O'Brien replaces Vaughn.
More options this year for Coach Barth. A little deeper on the bench than a year ago.
Remmel finds Solberger left side. They reset the offense. They're going to look for the ball screen up high. She drives against McDougal, trying to draw that 3rd foul. Remmel in the lane. Ball tipped away. Jump ball possession to the Panthers. Tibbs ties up Haley in the post. See if the Panthers can add to this 1-point lead. Claire McDougal 3.
Ooh, in and out.
Halfway down and out. Rebound by Remmel. She pushes for the Eagles. Crossover. All the way to the rim. Off the glass. Rebound Rebecca McDougal. She looks. Finds Claire. Claire head down. Drive strong to the basket. Off the glass and in.
A very effective move for her tonight.
The Eagles are going to have to find a way to give some help on Haley as she tries to guard Claire out there. Claire's so strong and athletic. Cruz kicks out. Haley, baseline, left side. Tibbs with the board. She pushes up the court for the Panthers. Finds Becca McDougal. Panthers set up the offense. Spin move. 8-footer off the mark. There's Heidebreeder. Rebound. O'Brien.
O'Brien back up
and in. Mazzy O'Brien with her first basket. Timeout. Dunlap. Panthers build a 5-point lead here. 3.5 minutes gone into the third quarter. 32-27.
Great start for the Lady Panthers to start this third quarter. It'll be a full timeout by Dunlap.
Dunlap's had some good looks. Rimmel had a little floater about 6-8 feet on the baseline. That's a tough shot, but a good shot for a good shooter. Solberger's had a couple that just haven't gone in, and the Panthers have been able to convert on their end. Again, I think both players, Rimmel and McDougal, are getting through this quarter without that third one is going to be a key. If either one of them picks up the third, and one of those coaches will have a tough decision to make.
It sounds like that was a big factor. Claire in some foul trouble in their lone loss that came a week ago versus Normal Community.
Yeah, and I know Coach Barth knew that was going to be a tough game going in, and then when you play almost a full quarter without your Division I recruit, that's going to make a tough game even tougher. So,
and I believe Normal Community was undefeated entering that contest as well.
Yep.
So,
ranked in 4A, and I'm sure it was a battle of two good teams, and just not at full strength for the Panthers that night. Haley drives, kicks out. Rimmel, long three in front of the Dunlap bench. Long rebound. Holmes had it and lost it. Claire McDougal brings it up for the Panthers. Panthers really have been patient not walking the ball up the court, but they really haven't had a lot of fast break opportunities. They've had some drives to the basket. There's Tibbs. Cross court, she drives down the lane. Her shot up off the glass, no good. Had a chance for a rebound, it's tipped. Holmes out of there with it. Caroline Holmes for the Eagles. Solberger inside Cruz, guarded by Heidebreeder. Her turnaround jumper off the mark. Emma with the board.
Well guarded there by Emma.
Good defense, tough shot. If that would have gone in, that's where you just run back down the floor and tell her, hey, good shot, and try to get one of those yourself. Skip pass, Heidebreeder drives right. Cruz cuts her off. O'Brien drives right. Another carry. They come in bunches.
A couple of former Lady Panthers taking in tonight's game back from a certainly college break. Lucy Wilson and Georgia Duncan spotted earlier tonight.
Good to see the girls back in the Torrey gym. Rimmel thought about the three. Holmes, a talented freshman by the Eagles, finds Morris. Drives right, kicks out. Shot fake drive, Rimmel all the way to the glass. Her shot short. Becca McDougal with the board. She's got several rebounds here for the Panthers. Claire McDougal strong to the basket. Her shot off the glass, no good. Here come the Eagles. Little coast-to-coast basketball, ball tipped away. Rimmel wide open. That's never good. Heidebreeder had it, tipped away by Haley, out of bounds. The ball will go to the Panthers. Redling Schaefer checking in for the Panthers, as well as Addie Kimler.
Some good minutes there by Emma. Claire McDougal brings the ball up the court, across the timeline, giving it up to Tibbs.
Tibbs guarded by Morris, high, right side. Redling Schaefer baseline. Freshman strong to the basket, good left hand, off the mark. Rebound by Sintoni. Here comes Solberger. Eagles trying to get that first basket here. Morris, long three, top of the key, off the glass. Claire McDougal with the rebound, outlet. Carly Vaughn strong, off the board and in. The Panthers' biggest lead of the night, 34-27. 1:40 left to go in the third quarter. Pass inside, Sintoni in the post. She turns right, tipped away by Redling Schaefer. Good defensive play, being in the passing lane. Good recognition. O'Brien replaces Tibbs. Probably a little break here at the end of the third.
Minute 33 left in the third quarter.
Avery's played a huge role in the good start for Coach Barth's team. A freshman coming in and contributing the way she has.
Plays like she's been on this varsity squad for years.
Solberger with the drive to the basket, guarded by Claire McDougal. We got a foul on Claire McDougal.
That is her third of the evening. First of the second half.
1:20 left. I'm sure Solberger will really be aggressive here offensively. Inbound pass, baseline screen. That play's as old as one in the book. They find that's the first basket of the half here. O'Brien, three, corner. Good.
That's good.
Pass
Nothing
from,
but nets.
Pass from Vaughn to the freshman in the corner. They left her open. She answers the Rimmel three. Rimmel kicks out. Holmes, shot fake, step back three. Freshman off the mark. Rebound, Claire McDougal. 45 seconds. O'Brien, same spot from the last time. Ooh. Off the mark. Just short this time. Again, look for Solberger to be aggressive and try to draw that fourth foul here. Tipped out of bounds by Addie Kimler. Becca McDougal checked back in, as well as Avery Tibbs.
Replacing Redling Schaefer and Claire McDougal. Claire will get an extra break.
Pull it away from your mouth just a little bit. I don't know which one.
Inbound. Tibbs guarding Solberger. 7-point lead for the Panthers here, 20 seconds to go. Eagles holding it for one. Solberger, crossover, good left-hand drive off the bottom of the rim, no good. Sintoni with the rebound, kick out Morris, over to Solberger. Her three short, Vaughn might have got a piece of it. Pass up. Ooh. O'Brien got it up to Vaughn. Her off balance, off the mark here at the buzzer.
Great third quarter by the Lady Panthers as they take the 7-point lead, 37-30.
14-3 quarter by the Panthers. As you said, Jerry, a good defensive effort and a good offensive effort as well. I thought they had good patience on the offensive end. A lot of balls. They took the ball to the basket, got easy shots, got that offensive rebound basket by Emma Heidebreeder. Contributions from everybody. So
you may be wondering when our next streaming basketball game is, and it's
in about 20 minutes.
Right, it is coming up. This is part of a doubleheader, a Washington Dunlap doubleheader. The boys will be coming up. Tip-off is scheduled for 7 p.m. And then we have tomorrow night another boys game as the Lincoln Rail Splitters come into town. We saw Jeff Alexander, their head coach, scouting last Friday.
One of the storied franchises of all of Illinois, the Lincoln Rail Splitters coming in their Christmas colors. It'll be red and green in the gym tomorrow.
Very appropriate in the seasonal colors. I'll have a trivia question for you regarding Lincoln tomorrow.
All right.
See what your knowledge of Lincoln basketball is.
Morris drives left side, finds Haley. She put it on the floor but traveled. Now Dunlap has in their back pocket somewhere a press that Coach Cassidy likes to bring out sometimes, and we haven't seen it yet. So at some point here, as the Panthers maybe get a little more patient, hold the ball, look for that good shot, you may see them dial up the pressure a little bit more here. Tibbs, long three. Off the mark. Solberger comes out with it, pushes for the Eagles. She drives right against McDougal. Her shot off the glass.
High off the glass and in. 12 points out of the night for Julia Solberger, leading the Eagles in scoring.
Claire McDougall drives base down the lane. Ball tipped away by the Eagles and out of bounds. Panthers will have that tough inbound angle way out there wide. Inbound to McDougall. Tibbs wide open. She thought about it. Reverses to Vaughn. Eagles in a 2-3 zone here. I think it might be to the Panthers' advantage to hold this, take care of the ball. Tibbs wide open three. Like I said, be patient, make a three.
And good.
What do I know? 40-32, nice shot by the freshman. Builds the Panther lead to its largest at 8. Morris drives right off the screen by Cruz. Picked up by Heidebreeder. Rimmel drives left, guarded by Vaughn. Pass inside, stolen by Becca McDougall. Claire McDougall brings it up. 40-32 Panthers. .6:10 here to go in the fourth. Claire McDougall looks to drive, finds Emma Heidebreeder, a little 6-footer on the baseline here, rolls in. Panthers build the biggest lead of the night by either team to 10, 42-32. Morris pass inside Cruz, she turns left. Haley baseline jumper off the mark. Tibbs pushes for the Panthers, she may go all the way. Over the front of the rim, just short. Freshman's got to get that to one side or the other.
And one thing you haven't seen is those offensive rebounds by the Eagles.
Correct.
In this second half, the Panthers doing a much better job getting those defensive rebounds. There's going to be a timeout on the court. Kim Barth calling a timeout.
A 30-second timeout here. 5:32 to go with a 10-point lead for the Panthers. Again, I would look for the full court pressure maybe here by the Eagles.
Maybe wondering where Maddie McGinnis is, and she is in street clothes and with a boot on her right leg.
I think they were saying a little bit of a foot ankle injury. I think a couple of weeks time, 2-3 weeks time, and I'm sure Kyle Gennart will be on it and rehabbing that thing to its the fastest path back for Maddie and the Panthers. She's a key player for them. Eagles pick up. McDougall drives all the way to the basket. Her layup off the mark. Here comes Rimmel back for the Eagles. She'll stop. Drive left. Look. She's got Holmes right corner. Freshman shot long. Long shot, long rebound. Solberger thought about it in front of the bench. She drives. Right at Heidebreeder. Good block. Outlet pass Vaughn. Going to go strong to the basket. Off the glass, but drew the foul. Carly Vaughn for 2. Good outlet pass. Claire McDougall.
Foul will be on Holmes. That is her second. Vaughn at the line to shoot 2.
You know, you think you're trying to be patient with the ball, but you get an opportunity like that. It was a good outlet pass. A couple of Eagles close, but it threw it out in front. Carly went and got it. Strong to the basket and drew the foul. First free throw is up and in. Gives Carly 6 on the night for the Panthers.
Second one rims off.
Solberger brings it up, kicks out. Holmes, left corner. She'll try the other side. Her shot off the mark. Heidebreeder tip back to Claire McDougall. Pushes up the court. Kind of look for the Panthers to spread out here. Look for the Eagles maybe to come trap, come foul, or
hit the 3.
Or look for Tibbs to shoot a 3.
And again, it's her second 3 of the quarter, third of the game. Biggest lead of the night, by 14 by the Panthers.
Rimmel 3 from the corner. Long rebound off the mark. Tibbs comes out of there with it.
She sure gets her fair share of rebounds for the 5'7" freshman.
Emma Heidebreeder drives to the basket. The Panthers keep putting the pressure on offensively. They push the ball up the floor. Claire McDougall saw Emma Heidebreeder on the baseline. No one around her. One dribbled strong to the basket. She drew the foul.
really having a nice game tonight. She's got 2 upcoming here.
Foul on Haley for the Eagles.
First one by Highbreeder is good.
Sintoni and Matheny in the game. 6'1" and 6-foot freshmen.
I believe this is the first action of the game for Matheny.
Highbreeder makes the second. 48-32, 16-point lead. I think we're looking at the Eagles with 5 points here in the second half. Solberger tries to drive. It's tipped away by McDougal. Morris up top for the Eagles on the inbound. She drives against Tibbs. Stops at the free throw line. Again, Panthers good defense. Inside to Sintoni, guarded by Becca McDougal. She does a good job. Stays between her and the basket. Made her use her dribble. Pressured. She kind of drug a pivot foot again. We saw that a little bit once from her in the first half. Well, I won't say the Panthers are going to be patient, because every time I say that, we shoot a 3 or drive it to the basket against pressure. Backdoor cut by Tibbs. She finds Highbreeder. Panthers do look to have it spread out here a little bit. Claire McDougal drives against Moore, strong to the basket. Draws the foul.
Dunlap foul on Solberger.
That coach, having Claire McDougal with her skill set and her size, gives Coach Barth such an advantage in this situation. You put a big person on the point who can handle the ball, so she can drive it, and if there's help, she kicks out, continue the possession. There's no help, she drives, she shoots a layup, or gets fouled and shoots free throws like this. So, Claire has continued to improve throughout her 4 years here, and Bradley's getting a very good player in her next year. So,
and both
makes
free throws are good.
Gives her 15 on the night. Remmel brings it up left side. She'll drive against Vaughn. Loses it, finds Solberger. Solberger drives. Loses the ball out of bounds.
The Panthers have given the Eagles fits in this second half.
They've played good defense. I mean, the Eagles have missed some good shots, but lately, early in the third quarter, they missed some shots that they made in the first half, and then, since then, it's been the defensive pressure. They haven't had many good open looks like they did in the first half.
Just a 5-point
Carly Vaughn
second
driving
half.
to the basket. Tipped away there by Solberger. Comes out. Sintoni finds Remmel. Remmel will stop. She'll shoot that. Off the back iron. Claire McDougal with the rebound. 2:45 here to go with an 18-point lead here. McDougal crosses up Remmel. Drives, and she's fouled. Again, that foul on Solberger, her third. Panthers inbound. Claire McDougal reverses. Tibbs coming through on the baseline. She may shoot that. We've seen it. Long skip pass. 2:30 left. Panthers patient with the ball here. Highbreeder finds Vaughn. Becca McDougal. Ball tipped away from Tibbs there by Morris.
And before the 5-second count on Tibbs, Coach Barth calls a quick timeout. 50-32, a tale of the opening and closing quarters here. A slow first quarter for the Lady Panthers, and wow, nothing but business in this fourth quarter, and really the whole second half. as the Lady Panthers are dominating Dunlap.
Well, if I was going to give Coach Barth any advice, whatever she said at halftime, I would say before she starts the Thursday's game, if they have it against Normal West.
Yeah, pull that script out again.
Yep, just use it again. 2:11 to go here in the fourth, 50-32. Panthers will inbound from half court. Eagles staying back in that 2-3 zone with
three-pointer by Tibbs is good, and a full line change now for the Lady Panthers. 14 points on the night for Avery Tibbs, 3 threes in the fourth quarter alone.
And the Eagles came out in a 2-3 zone, which I think was kind of a sign to Coach Barth that, hey, we're gonna call off the dogs. Campbell Vrabel in the game for the Eagles, another freshman on their varsity roster with the ball here right side.
Redling, Schaefer, Williams, Wilson, Alana Wilson, Libby Hart,
and Alexa Maley in for the Panthers.
Final 140 of the contest. Maley, she'll put up a 3.
Just off the mark. Rebound Williams. Back up top Maley. She drives right. Her pass deflected by Holmes. Vrabel strong to the basket for the Eagles. Off the mark. It's been one of those halves here for the Eagles. Holmes 3, left side, good. (53-35), 18-point lead here by the Panthers. 1 minute to go. Redling Schaefer drives, tried to get it to Wilson, and out of bounds. Good idea by the freshman, good drive to the basket. Alana Wilson wasn't quite ready for the pass, but a good idea.
And a turnover on Dunlap.
Pass to Vrabel in the corner, goes out of bounds. Tessa Arnott in the game here for the Eagles, I think the 5th freshman. This might be their freshman lineup here. 5 freshmen in the game for Dunlap. That's awesome to see.
Ball is thrown away, brought back the other way by the Eagles.
Arnett finds Holmes. See if she can make another.
And she does.
And she has 6 here of their 11 here in the second half. Redling Schaefer, shot fake, drives left. Her shot up and in. Ainsley Redling Schaefer for the Panthers.
She gets into the scorebook with her first couple of points of the game. And that is your final score. The Lady Panthers victorious over Dunlap, 55-38. A dominating performance in the second half leads to the victory. The Lady Panthers now 11-1 on the season, 5-0 in conference play. They hand Dunlap their first conference loss of the season.
So, hey, this has always been a tough game historically in the past for Coach Barth and the Lady Panthers because it comes at the end of the semester. It's always right after the last day of finals, it seems like, or it's the first day after finals, and people are a little groggy, and especially when we seem to have to go over to Dunlap and play. That's a tough gym to play in, and I'm sure the Panthers will have their hands full when they go back over there for the second time through.
So Coach Barth's got to be happy with the way that one turned out.
Yes, I know she is. I know she's happy with the way they played. Everything that they did in the second half. Like we said, a couple of shots early by the Eagles that were shots they made in the first half didn't go in. And then all of a sudden it was the defensive pressure and the lack of second chance opportunities that they got a little bit in the first half. So great effort by the Lady Panthers here in the final 16 minutes.
So next up for the Lady Panthers is a home game on Thursday versus Normal West. We do have that storm that's coming in, so that one is definitely in at least somewhat of doubt if we do get that 5 to 8 inches of snow. So this may be the final tune-up for the State Farm Classic. Again, that will be on December 27th as the Lady Panthers will take on Bloomington. I believe that's a 10:30 game at Bloomington High School. So again, a lot of success for the Lady Panthers a year ago as they battled their way all the way to the championship game and fell in overtime to Geneseo.
Yep.
And hoping for another run to the championship of that tournament.
You know, Coach Barth
coming up.
Yeah, Coach Barth had to like that as the initial, year of being in the Bloomington Normal State Farm Classic, and probably looking for similar results this year. They got a Bloomington team right off the bat, but then a tough draw for their second game. So we wish them luck Thursday and in the State Farm Classic. But the Lady Panthers obviously off to a great start here in the first part of the season.
Absolutely. So we do have a unified game, and we're going to step aside, let you take a look at that game. Just a great tradition that we have here is having some kids out here.
Actually, I think all of the Mid-Atlantic, Limestone, Dunlap, Washington, Peak, and I don't want to leave anybody else out that does it as well. But I mean, it's a great opportunity for the kids to get out here on the court, and the kids that coach them are students as well, and it's just a fantastic opportunity.
And a really good sign of support here by both basketball teams, the cheerleaders, as they've kind of lined up a tunnel here, and as they announce the Washington squad, they'll come running through the tunnel. Just a really cool atmosphere here for the unified game.
Leonardo.
Well, good evening and welcome to Torrey Gymnasium on the campus of Washington Community High School for tonight's Washington Dunlap boys basketball game. If you joined us for our girls game, welcome back. If not, the girls were victorious over the Lady Eagles 55-38 about 45 minutes ago, and we've got our second game of our boys-girls doubleheader as the 6-3 Washington Panthers take on the 3-5 Dunlap Eagles in this Mid-Illini contest. Hello again, everybody. I'm Jerry Warfield, joined by longtime Washington basketball coach Jeff Little alongside. And Jeff, one of the final tune-ups for the Pekin Holiday Tournament for the Washington Panthers as we get ready to introduce the starting lineups for both teams tonight.
Yeah, Coach Schermerhorn's team has been playing really well over the last, won their last 4 games out, and good win last Saturday against Streeter, up at Streeter. So again, another Mid-Illini conference, and I'm sure he knows every Mid-Illini game is a battle, no matter what the records are. You're so well scouted, people know your personnel and what you're going to try to do, and we're in for another good one.
Yeah, Dunlap usually a very physical team versus the Panthers. I expect no less tonight. We've got our starting lineups, and let's get those first for Dunlap. It's a 5'7" guard, a junior, Gabe Munoz. Number 1, number 2, a guard, a 6-foot senior, Griffin Card. At another guard, a 6-foot junior, Logan Mason, number 5. At center, a 6'3" senior, number 23, Ryan DiLeonardo. And at a shooting guard, a 6'4" senior, number 31, Austin Schomburg, rounds out the Dunlap lineup. And as we get ready to introduce the Washington Panthers, it'll be Jake Stewart, Micah Brewer, Gabe Patterson, Jamari White, and Braden Vanderheit. Very familiar starting lineup for the Panthers again this evening.
Yeah, that group for Coach Schermerhorn really has played well over the last few nights out as a starting lineup, and I'm sure they're looking to continue to improve on that 6-2 record.
Yeah, we saw the Panthers in a well-played, competitive game last week, last Friday versus East Peoria. East Peoria, much improved ball club from a year ago. And then they went up to Streeter on Saturday and came away with a victory versus a former Panther, Bo Doty, coaching the Streeter Bulldogs. See if they can add to that winning streak tonight as they take on Dunlap this evening. It'll be Jamari White, jumping center for the Panthers. And the Panthers control the tip. Micah Brewer comes away with it and start the Panther offense here.
Dunlap man-to-man defense. Ball screen, White, roll to the basket. Had Stewart, couldn't find him. Stewart guarded by Card. Brewer right side. Jamari White, there's that play where he slips the ball screen. Dunlap almost made the steal, blocked the shot, but Jamari stayed with it, got it in.
First points of the night by the Panthers, 2-0.
Schomburg strong to the basket against Patterson. Off the mark. Vanderheit with the rebound. Brewer finds Stewart in front of the Dunlap bench. Card flies at the shooter in contact. Three shots here for Jake Stewart.
All right, fouled on a three-point attempt. First one is a little short. Second one off the mark as well, and the third one upcoming for Jake. That one rattles home.
Munoz brings the ball up the court here for the Eagles against the pressure from Brewer. Ball tip. Brewer with the
Stolen by
interception.
Brewer. Gabe Patterson, his 3 ball is in and out. Back the other way for Dunlap.
DiLeonardo with the ball in the short post. Doubled by Patterson, guarded by Vanderheit. Finds Schaumburg, he loses it. Brewer comes out of there with it.
Up ahead, just out of the reach of Patterson, a turnover on the Panthers.
Panthers a little bit of full court pressure here. Ten-second count. The deflection there by Stewart. On Munoz is starting to get that long pass down the court, a little 2-2-1 full court press. Sometimes that's such an effective pressure for a team to play. They're not, if the offense gets out of control, there's all kinds of trap opportunities, but it's really one of those presses where, people in the stands are probably going, oh, just dribble the ball up the court. Why don't they do that? It's like, well, because there are things there, just like that right there. Brewer pull up in the lane off the mark. No good. Schaumburg with the rebound. Munoz eyes the 3, swings it to Card. Card deep from the
Long
logo.
3.
And in.
That'll tie the game up at 3. From that Tournament of Champions logo, a long 3 by Griffin Card.
Vanderheit up top, 3-pointer. Long off the mark, Griffin Card. Outlet to Schaumburg. Schaumburg going strong to the basket.
And he's going to get the basket and the foul. Foul is on Jake Stewart. His first, team first.
Jake thinking about taking a charge, really didn't get there and anticipating the contact. Kind of went down early. I wasn't sure there was much contact between the two players, but layup went in and the free throw's off the mark.
Dunlap had a hand on the rebound, pulled away by the Panthers. Patterson hands it off to Stewart.
Brewer looks inside Vanderheit. Patterson left side. Vanderheit wide open. Kicks out Brewer, corner. His 3 off the mark. Panthers cold from the perimeter here to start. Munoz steps into one. Patterson with another rebound, kicks it out to Brewer. Patterson shot fake, free throw line, kick out Brewer. Again, off the mark, Patterson. Hard after the rebound, he fouls DiLeonardo.
First foul on Patterson, second team foul on the Panthers. In comes Landon Shelton, replacing Patterson.
Panthers with some full court man pressure here.
Kicked by Vanderheit. The out of bounds on, taking it out of bounds will be Card for Dunlap. Andre Lewis replaces Stewart. He'll guard the inbound.
Kalen Thier into the game for the Eagles.
Mark Sutter in as well for the Eagles. He's the one with the bright green shoes. Hard to miss.
Scramble, loose ball on the floor. Vanderheit dives, kind of rolls over. According to the official, change that pivot point, calls a travel. Ball go back to Dunlap here. Dunlap with a 2-point lead. Halfway through our first period.
Got a foul on Lewis.
Panthers with 3 quick team fouls here. Thier over to Schaumburg. Guarded by Shelton. Dunlap patient on the offensive end, using ball screens, looking for going to the basket. Illegal screen call on number 23, Ryan DiLeonardo for the Eagles.
It's his first team second on the Eagles. Andre Lewis brings the ball up the court, guarded closely by Card. Shelton in the corner, puts up a 3, and it's good. 6-5, Panthers retake the lead.
Andre Lewis, little dribble penetration, draws the help. Baseline, I'm sure the Eagles want to rotate to that baseline jumper. Late getting there, Shelton makes them pay. Schaumburg looks inside, nice pass inside to Max Sutter.
Foul goal against Jamari White. Back in is Patterson. Also coming into the contest is DeAndre Jackson replacing Vanderheit and White.
Jamari kind of got caught on the high side.
Little delay before the inbounds here as there's a conversation
With the Panther bench.
Yes. Schaumburg through the lane, kicks it off, and is fouled going through the lane.
That one's going to go against Jake Stewart, his second.
Looks like Patterson, actually.
Or Patterson, sorry. Stewart will probably come in and replace him. Schaumburg, strong move going to his right, drives, draws the foul. The foul is on Shelton.
So 6 team fouls already in the first quarter with just under 3 minutes to play. Next foul will put Dunlap in the bonus.
Kind of a
Schaumburg with the first is good.
rolled it in, ties it up 6-6. Thought he kind of hooked Shelton too a little bit when he got the ball in the post. He used that off arm and really swung it around and kind of pinned Shelton behind him. Makes them both. Lewis quickly into the front court for the Panthers. Hands off to Brewer.
And it'll be a travel on Lewis.
Panthers with the pressure. Now drop out of it. Good pass, Max Sutter finds a cutting. Austin Schaumburg to the basket. Oh, another
And
Panther
the ball
turnover.
thrown away by Lewis there. 9-6 Dunlap, 3-point advantage. Knocked away by Lewis. Gotta get the officials straightened out here. One called over and back. The other one corrects the call to Dunlap ball.
Thought Lewis kind of tipped it away there. Card went in the backcourt and got it. Munoz and Talon Thier back into the game for the Eagles. Thier drives right into the lane, kicks out. Munoz drives baseline against Lewis.
Logan Mason with the basket for the Eagles to make it an 11-6 game.
Again, we talk about that a lot, Jerry, where it's a lot of the dribble penetration and some help. People rotate, and that leaves cutters. You know, Dunlap did a nice job there in the last possession, not standing around on the perimeter when the Panthers rotated to help. Made a nice cut to the basket. There's
Schomburg's shot is blocked.
from behind by Jackson. Good post move again.
Long three by Jake Stewart, and it's good.
Well, they'll shoot themselves back into it by knocking some of those down.
His first field goal of the evening. Cuts into that lead.
Mason gets it over to Schomburg. He brings it to the free throw line. Sutter backs it down, kicks out. A lot of dribble penetration and kick out. Sutter eyes the three, long three. Front of the Panther bench, off the mark. Shelton with the board. Kicks it up to Brewer. Long skip.
And a travel call on Stewart. In comes Bernie Wynn for the Panthers. Back onto the court is Braden Vanderheit, replacing Lewis and Micah Brewer for these final 39 seconds of the first quarter. Shelton Vanderheit, Jackson Stewart, and Wynn on the court for the Panthers.
You know, that last move is one of those that in practice, when you as a coach harp on a player about, hey, you got to keep your pivot foot down, you got to do this, you got to, you know, steal there by Stewart. Bernie Wynn with his drive. Pass is tipped.
Recovered by Stewart. Three by Shelton, in and out. Wynn with the rebound.
Got a foul on Dunlap on the rebound. Good effort by Bernie Wynn inside. Again, Shelton's three right there.
Sutter with the foul. Dunlap's third of the evening. Shelton inbound to Stewart. Guarded closely by Munoz.
Double coming.
Another long three by Jake at the buzzer, just off the mark, and Dunlap has a 2-point advantage heading into the second quarter. As the Washington and Dunlap cheerleaders go out for the Middle Illini cheer. A little back and forth first quarter there for both squads.
A little bit of foul trouble for the Panthers. Patterson with 2-6 for the team. So free throws all second period here for Dunlap.
Panthers enter tonight's contest 3-1 in the Middle Illini Conference. Dunlap 2-2. The Panthers, like you said at the start of the broadcast, with a 4-game winning streak. Had victories over Pekin, Limestone, East Peoria, and Streator. This is the second of 3 streams that we'll have to bring you this week. We will also be streaming tomorrow night's boys basketball game as Lincoln heads to town for a 7 p.m. tip-off. The boys holiday basketball tournament is, as usual, at the Pekin Holiday Tournament. They will start their tournament action, as we kind of joked earlier off broadcast, Lake Park on the 27th. That is scheduled as a 9:30 p.m. start with a full day of games. It's unlikely that it'll actually start at 9:30, but hope to see you out there as the
good news about that is if you're Lake Park, you don't have to leave until about 3 o'clock because that game's not starting at 9:30.
Yeah.
Munoz brings it across as Dunlap has possession here to start the second. Card, Munoz inside. Leonardo. Schomburg guarded by Stewart. Munoz. Dribble penetrate, kick out. Mason finds Card, his three.
Card, three is good.
Griffin Card, a good shooter. Doesn't need much time to get it off. Hounds Brewer on the logo. Jamari White, left corner, drives baseline. Shot fake, finds Vanderheit. 14-9, 5-point Dunlap Eagle lead.
Hard tried for the steal. Panthers maintain possession. Micah Brewer for three. It's good. His first field goal of the night is a three.
A good play where you have a shooter set a ball screen for another shooter. They doubled Jake off the ball screen. Munoz drives strong to the basket against Bernie Wynn, draws the foul. When a shooter screens a shooter and you double that ball handler, as long as Jake can find him and get it to him, I mean, he's going to get a wide open look out of that unless you rotate, and that'll leave someone else open. But Gabe Munoz to the free throw line for bonus.
That
Short.
First one is short, rebounded by Jamari White.
Outlet
Micah
to Brewer.
Brewer.
Brewer picks up his dribble, kind of hung up, finds Stewart. Back to Brewer. Panthers set the offense. Brewer threw a series of screens, baseline, 2 in a row, no. Rebound, Bernie Wynn, strong. Offensive rebound. Nice play by Bernie Wynn. He takes it up strong and draws the foul.
Wynn, of course, a Panther soccer star. Gets the rebound, picks up the foul, and he'll be shooting two. First one is short.
Schaumburg picks up the foul for Dunlap.
Andre Lewis back onto the court, replacing Stewart. One more coming up for Bernie Wynn. The basket is good, but we have a lane violation on the Panthers. So take that point off the board. It'll be Dunlap basketball. So it remains 14-12 Dunlap.
Panthers back to the full court pressure. Ball across timeline, hard trap.
Nearly stolen. Schaumburg dumps it in.
Hard trap, they got it to Munoz. Munoz found Schaumburg cutting along the baseline. Lewis brings it up quickly for the Panthers. Panthers trail by 4. Wynn loses it. Foul on Dunlap, another one on Schaumburg. Kind of a loose ball.
So 2 quick ones on Austin Schaumburg. 5 team fouls on the
He's
Eagles.
done some good things for the Eagles so far. That second foul, we'll see if that slows him a little bit. Jamari Weidel inbound from the sideline. Gets it to Brewer, guarded by Munoz. Griffin Card with the deflection out of bounds. Panthers will inbound again here. Last game we saw the Panthers get a lot inside. There's Jamari White finds himself loose in the post, got himself open. Dunlap draws a foul, or draws a Dunlap foul.
Believe that one's on Mason. It is. Shelton back in, replacing Jamari White.
Last game we saw the Panthers get a lot of baskets inside against East Peoria, slipping the screens, cutters to the basket. Tonight we've seen that once when Jamari got a basket out of it, stayed with it. But tonight Dunlap's done a nice job taking that away from the Panthers, limiting, getting a lot of stuff on the perimeter and really pressuring them on the outside. Brewer drives, foul
Hard
by
contact
Munoz.
by Munoz.
Now, you said they could play physical, and always have against us, and we're seeing it now. That'll even up the team fouls at 7. Both teams will be shooting free throws for the last 5:24 of the first half. And as you said last time, Micah Brewer at the free throw line, that's what the Panthers like to see, whether it's late in the game or even here in the first half.
He is our top free throw shooter. And both of those good.
Panthers again showing full court pressure. Munoz brings it up. Long cross-court pass. DiLeonardo, a 12-foot wing jump shot. Pass by Brewer, deflected. Sutter comes out of there with it. Ryan DiLeonardo really working hard for position inside. Vanderhyde trying to get around and got that hand on the back. It gets called for a holding foul. His first, Panthers' 8th.
DiLeonardo to the line.
The bonus.
1-and-1. And that first one is no good. Rebounded by Jackson ahead to Brewer.
Brewer thought about it from the Panther. Dunlap doing a really good job doubling that, jumping that ball screen, but there the Panthers do a good job, reverse it and get it inside to Jackson for a bucket. Long pass intercepted by Vanderhyde. Good play by Braden Vanderhyde. Drive to the basket, he draws the foul. Foul on Griffin Card. That's the kind of play, those are the kinds of plays that you make on that full court pressure. It looks like that guy's open, so you throw it. Maybe you don't put enough on it. Braden ready to anticipate. Makes the play.
Heads up play by Braden. The first one bounces in.
Cuts the Eagle lead to 1. We'll see if he can tie it with the second one. Short. Shelton with the rebound, though. His shot up. Blocked by DiLeonardo. Shelton again.
Gets his rebound, and it'll reset the Panther offense.
Brewer, top left side. Puts it down, picks up his dribble. Finds Bernie Wynn. Doesn't look at the basket, brings it back out high. Bernie Wynn looks, gets it inside. Vanderhyde in the post. Up top, Shelton. Little shuffle cut off of that. Jackson tips it. DiLeonardo tracks it down in the corner. Here come the Eagles.
Wide open in the corner. The three is good by Schomburg. He's got 11 on the evening.
Near steal by Schomburg. Shelton, see if he can answer a three from the corner. Off the mark. Schomburg high for the board. Bernie Wynn draws the foul. Schomburg's a very athletic kid.
Yeah, he's a good-looking player. He'll be headed back the other way to shoot free throws.
.330 here to go in the second period. Eagles will be shooting 2 the rest of the half on every foul now. Makes the first.
Schomburg, a 6'4" senior. His second one is up and good as well.
Dunlap with showing a little bit of full court pressure. Shelton inbounds to Stewart. Stewart brings it across, gets trapped. Long skip pass to Shelton. Eagles in a little bit of zone defense. Jamari White drives baseline, good move. Change that ball position to avoid the shot being blocked, gets it in. Gonna cut into the Eagle lead, cuts it to 4. Max Sutter drives hard against Jackson. His shot off the mark. Stewart with it. Long pass
Head
up
to
ahead.
Shelton, tries to save it and does not. Turnover on the Panthers. 2:56 left in the first half. Dunlap up by 4, 23-19.
You're trying to come from behind. Those turnovers sometimes are the ones that, you know, as a coach, you really don't like to see. I mean, you never like them anyway, but, you know, trying to come from behind, you've got to get every shot out of a possession that you can. Good look by Jake Stewart, but just let him a little bit too far. Mason shot off the board.
Oh, turns it over, got the rebound, but turned it over. And oh boy. Sutter with the basket, then is fouled by Shelton.
Shelton kind of had their board, and Griffin Card sort of tipped it away, and the ball ends up in Sutter's hands, and one drop step to the basket, and he gets the foul as well. He finishes it. It's Shelton's second. Lewis will replace him. Sutter's free throw short.
Panthers trying to cut into the 6-point deficit. Jamari with a long three. A little bit long, rebounded Dunlap.
Talon Thier brings the ball up. Card looks inside. Looks inside for Sutter. Got a foul on Sutter in the post. Panthers trying to front in the post in there, and that lob pass over top. A lot of times that offensive guy will just put his arm out. I don't know that they always push off, but it always looks like it. And the official said he did there. So turnover Eagles. Panthers again, another chance to cut into the 6-point lead.
Knocked out of bounds. Panther ball. Sutter is a 6'5" freshman.
And a strong 6'5"
yeah,
freshman.
good size for 6'5" too. Not lean in the least bit.
Andre Lewis drives strong to the basket.
And he'll be called for the charge. It's his second foul in the evening.
Beat that first defender, and there's rotation, and that guy's there. You either got to drop it off or get yourself under control, pull straight up and shoot it.
DeLeonardo back onto the court for Dunlap.
Try to go deep to
Inbound
it.
intercepted by White.
Yep, nice play by Jamari White.
And the Panthers turn it
Schomburg
right
jumps
back
the
over.
passing lane there, just missed the layup though.
Got his own rebound.
Loose ball on the floor.
Jackson ahead to Stewart. Stewart one-on-one, up off the glass.
And a block this time. It's the one where Card's really too far underneath the basket. He probably should just get out of the way and not take a chance, because you're never going to get the call. Stewart shooting a layup's got to have room to come down.
Will Rankin in for the Eagles.
It's Griffin Card's third foul. That makes it even riskier play. Jake Stewart misses. Jamari White with a rebound, up and in. It's going to cut the lead down to 2, 25-23. And we got an offensive foul here on the Eagles against the pressure. Talon Thier pushes off against Micah Stewart.
A series of miscues have put the Panthers on the verge of tying this one back up. Down to Lewis. Vanderhyde gives it up to Brewer. Just under a minute to go, first half.
Panthers showing good patience this possession. They want to get a good shot out of this. Lewis from the corner drives, cross court. Stewart in the corner for 3.
That's good.
Gives the Panthers their first lead since Stewart's first 3, made it 3-0. 26-25, Panthers here with 30 seconds to go. Rankin gets it up top. Schomburg guarded by Jamari White. 20 to go. Brewer against Thier, right side. Panthers need to be careful of dribble penetration, not give up a second shot. Sometimes it's not the first shot, it's the second shot. Schomburg, step back 3, off the mark. There's a close play. Tipped out of bounds.
2.2 seconds remaining. Panthers ahead by 1. See what kind of shot that they can get off here.
Gonna make sure you at least get the ball in bounds. Even if you don't get a shot, Panthers inbound. Jake Stewart looks, shot fake, half court, pull up. Jake
Got it off in time. At the right distance, but it is off the mark. And the Panthers will head into the halftime locker room up by 1, 26-25. So a back and forth first half, certainly.
Well, once again, I mean, it's a situation where, you said Dunlap would come in and play physical. They've been really athletic on the defensive end and made the Panthers really work for every basket they've got. Panthers have kind of gotten a couple offensive rebound putbacks, which has helped them here a little bit as well. But, it's going to be a dogfight. We expected it, and every Mid-Illini game is like that. So
Austin Schomburg with 13 of Dunlap's 25 points. Believe this is the guy-girl dance holiday version that will be taking place at halftime. We'll let you, we'll take a quick break here. I'll let you enjoy the performance by the Panther students, the guy-girl dance. All right, welcome back to Torrey Gymnasium, where the Panthers have a 1-point advantage at the break, 26-25. I'm Jerry Warfield, joined by Jeff Little for second half action. Before I get too far, I want to give a shout out to our production crew of Alex Calhoun, Andrew Crawford, Tyson Lehman, and Ethan Puri for putting on the production today and doing a terrific job and making us sound and look good. Big first half for Dunlap's Austin Schomburg, who had 13 of the 25 points. The shooting improving for the Panthers as that three-point shot is starting to go down.
Looks like both teams are back with their starting lineups here. Schomburg, as you said, leads all scorers with 13.
So setting that Panther lineup, it's Stewart, Brewer, Patterson, White, and Vanderheit. And for the Eagles, it'll be 1 Munoz, 2 Card, 5 Mason, 23 DeLeonardo, and 31, the aforementioned Austin Schomburg. It'll be Panther ball to start the second half. Jamari White to inbound. He gets it into Micah Brewer, and we are off for the second half.
A little bit of a matchup zone here, it looks like, from the Eagles to start with. They lose Patterson. He gets a three right in front of the whiteout crowd here for the Panthers. Schomburg's going to see if he can answer. Off the mark. Micah Brewer with the rebound. Panthers push. Brewer brings it across.
Finds Patterson in trouble underneath. White. Three-pointer. Jake Stewart is good. The first 2 shots, both beyond the arc, both land for the Panthers.
Cards 3 from the corner off the mark. Panthers trying to add to it. Long pass Brewer. Stewart had to save it. It's intercepted on that long cross-court pass across, intercepted by Schomburg. Those 2 quick threes by the Panthers build the lead up to 7. And maybe the Panthers and Coach Shimmerhorn and the staff found some answers against that little bit of a matchup zone there as Dunlap really is jumping and switching on cutters and screens and stuff. And steal by White. Strong to the basket. He's up and in.
And we have a timeout in the court. Timeout called by Dunlap, and it looks like it will be a full timeout.
Coach McCorney obviously doesn't like the way that half started. Takes a full timeout here. A minute and a half in. Panthers score the first 8 here to make it a 9-point lead. 34-25. Couple threes and then a defensive play. The steal there by Jamari White. Jamari had good patience there. I think he was thinking about trying to dunk it to get the crowd really into it, and had some pressure from Dunlap and kind of shot fake, let the defenders go flying by. Got it up and in.
Jamari with 8 points on the evening here early third quarter.
Oh, Dunlap will try to stop the bleeding, so to speak, here as they inbound the ball. Panthers extend their pressure here a little bit to try to keep the run going. Inbound to Munoz, he's trapped right away. Pass back to Card is tipped. Micah Brewer provides a little support, almost a double team. Mason
bounces in and out and back in again for the basket.
12-footer in the lane. Looks like the Eagles go back more man-to-man here. Vanderheit wide open at the top. He finds White at the free throw line. Jamari, 15-footer. Good.
Jamari with a strong start to the second half, has a steal, a couple of baskets.
Griffin Card takes it to the right side. Gabe Munoz looks for a cutter. Drives in the lane against Brewer, draws the foul.
It's going to be the first foul on Brewer tonight. Munoz will inbound the ball. Kind of a no-look inbound pass into the corner to Card. Card's shot is off the mark, out of bounds, possession Panthers.
Kind of one of those setups on that out-of-bounds play where I think the Panthers were looking for some action, and as you turn your head to look to see where the screener is or where you know, who's going to screen the screener, all of a sudden you've got a wide-open shooter of Card in the corner and missed it. Munoz picks up his second as he's hounding Brewer on the perimeter. Good defense, just a little too tight, draws the foul. Vanderhyde has it near the timeline. Stewart wide open, right side three.
He is on fire, his second three of the third quarter.
Card drives hard to the basket, guarded by Patterson. Spin move, baseline. His shot out of control, blocked a little bit by Patterson. Vanderhyde with the rebound. Strong pass up into White in the post.
Nice.
Dunlap takes another timeout.
(41-27).
The Panthers show good patience at fast break basket, kind of quick post pass inside of Jamari White there, but the trip before, good patience, kind of running a little lane control flex set, and you know, the Eagles lose Jake Stewart coming off that down pick, wide open up top, and as good a shooter as he is, and when he gets hot, you can't afford to lose those kids. Panthers lead by 14, 41-27.
Dunlap's had to burn through a couple of their timeouts. 3.5 minutes into the third quarter. Jake Stewart leading all scorers with 15 points. Jamari White chipping in 12.
Eagles make a couple substitutions. Sutter in the game and Thier into the game. Panthers extend the pressure. Thier wants him to clear it out. He'll bring it up one-on-one against Brewer. Look for the Panthers to jump a passing lane right there. Jamari White.
Another steal for Jamari.
Jamari White, high post. Looks to get it back to Brewer, right side. Micah Brewer, 15-foot pull-up. Good.
Strong shot there by Brewer. He's going to be called on a foul.
Micah Brewer picks up a second. A little winded there, like kind of one of those fouls where you're trying to put some full court pressure on, sort of grabbed a hold as Thier kind of broke away from him. Panthers again, full court pressure. They send Schaumburg deep. Thier gets doubled right away, reverses it to Card. Tipped by Stewart. Lewis comes up with a loose ball. Jake Stewart, front of the crowd, misses the three. Long rebound, Schaumburg. Max Sutter guarded by White. He drives.
Oh, that's a pretty move by the freshman.
Nice move along the baseline, splits the defenders, gets it off the glass. Andre Lewis finds Vanderhyde on the baseline. Thought about the 12-footer. He kicks it back to Lewis, fumbles it out of bounds.
Landon Shelton replaces Patterson.
Card at the high post here. Sutter's spin move, spins back to his right against Jamari White, draws the foul. Good offensive set there by the Eagles. They put their shooters on the perimeter and let Sutter kind of make a spin move. Panthers give too much help, you're going to leave a wide open shooter on the perimeter. So
that'll be the second foul on Jamari White. Sutter no good on the free throw. Rebound, Vanderhyde ahead to Lewis.
Andre Lewis pushes hard, brings it across. Panthers set. Stewart, baseline, dishes off Vanderhyde.
Nice pass in traffic there by Stewart. Finds Vanderhyde, who lays it up and in.
The key is you just don't stand. When somebody dribble penetrates, you don't stand. I mean, Braden made a great baseline move. Sutter with another spin move to the basket, off the mark this time. Ooh. Stewart with a double team, leaves his feet to pass, throws it.
Tried to pick up the charge, but Dunlap lays it in. Card with the basket, his 8th point of the night.
Andre Lewis.
Panthers up 12. Lewis to a wide open Vanderhyde. His
first attempt is off, tips in the second.
Nice play by Braden.
Schaumburg looks to drive. He's been quiet this half. Shelton fouls him on the drive.
It's Landon's 3rd. Micah Brewer back onto the court for the Panthers. DeAndre Jackson replacing Lewis and Vanderhyde. Card to trigger on just in front of their bench.
There, good, sets up that good backdoor cut. Schaumburg made a great cut to the basket, set it up, kind of looked like he was going to throw it to him on the wing. Planted his foot, cut backdoor. Jackson draws the foul, trying to help at the basket.
First points of the second half for Schaumburg. One free throw coming up for the senior, and it's good.
Eagles show a little bit of full court pressure here. Brewer gets it across the timeline. Stewart. Shelton, corner to White. Jamari White drives baseline. His pass tipped out of bounds.
Out of bounds by Schaumburg. Patterson back in. He'll give Jamari White a breather.
For Dunlap here in a 2-3 zone against the out of bounds. Panthers getting it in. An 11-point lead here.
Dunlap commits the foul on Brewer. Sutter picks up the Eagle foul. That's his 2nd.
Dunlap really looking to double that. A little too aggressive and pick up the foul. Half-court trap here by the Eagles.
Landon Shelton for 3 from the corner is good.
Dunlap trying a little bit different, trying to create a turnover, get a trap situation. The Panthers find a wide open shooter in Shelton in the corner.
We're gonna get Shelton here.
I think that'll be his 4th. The Panthers are getting caught on that high side of that post player. Now maybe they want to do that knowing that that's going to force them to turn left, but
a little bit shorter of a breather than Coach Schimmerhorn was expecting to give Jamari, but Jamari White back on for the final 41 seconds of the third quarter here. 14-point Panther advantage.
Their left side looks to take Brewer off the dribble. Schomburg
thought about that long three, pulls up.
Good mid-range jump shot, free throw line, off the dribble, one dribble, picks it up. Brewer has the ball poked away off his foot, out of bounds by Thier. Good defensive pressure there by Talon Thier.
Bernie Wynn and DeAndre Jackson coming into the final few seconds here of the third quarter. Andre Lewis.
(50-38). Inbound Thier. Haven't really seen him look to shoot it much. Steal right there by Patterson on the inbound pass. He looks, he finds Lewis. 5, Patterson 4, 3. Pull up free throw line jumper off the rim.
After 3 quarters of play, the Panthers in front by 12, 50-38.
Panthers are able to extend that lead, that 1-point lead they had at half, to a 12-point lead here going into the fourth. So
good third quarter, reminiscent of that, somewhat of that third quarter that the girls had in game number 1 tonight. Girls victorious over the Lady Eagles 55-38 earlier.
Coach Barth's squad made a good defensive effort in the second half and held Dunlap to 5 points for probably the first 10 or 11 minutes of the second half, and really pulled away during that stretch. So good effort by Coach Barth to solidify that first place spot in the conference right now. But as you said earlier, it is early, so a lot of games left to be played. So 16 fouls to 2 team fouls going into the fourth quarter. The only reason I mention that is that'll mean Dunlap will be at the line on every foul for the rest of the game. Dunlap, with only 2, will have a chance to really be aggressive and really get after and hound people. And one thing guys used to say in huddles was they're not going to call every foul. You're going to get fouled at some point. So, you just got to anticipate that, and don't get upset when you don't get the call, but at the same time, know that they're coming after you, and you may not get bailed out with a call. Card guarded by Stewart, spins in the lane. Vanderheit helps him. Get it to Sutter on the post. He dumps it off Mason. He spins, good help by Vanderheit. Jumper over the double team, no good. Braden Vanderheit, big rebound. Nice defensive sequence there by the Panthers.
Patterson, quick 3 ball, just a little bit short, pulled down by Sutter. He is quickly the other way. Knocked away by White, but he's going to be called on the foul.
For a freshman in a varsity game to get a rebound, take it up the court in traffic against all kinds of pressure, and to take it strong to the basket, draw the foul. That's a nice play by the young man.
First free throw is off the mark. But makes the second. Micah Brewer walks the ball up.
Stewart right side. Here come the Eagles looking to trap. They're looking to double. Had Patterson down low, didn't find him. White up top. Panther, good ball movement. Nice backdoor cut. Braden Vanderheit, Micah Brewer, great assist. Eagles looking to trap, looking to double team, make a play on defense. You turn your head, looking to see who's doubling, where do I need to be, and your guy cuts to the basket. DiLeonardo guarded by Vanderheit.
Stewart picks up the foul. Just his second. But it will send Dunlap to the free throw line.
Schaumburg comes back in after his rest. The end of the third, he gets his minute rest here to start the fourth. He'll be in for the rest of the game, I'm sure. Replaces Logan Mason. Cards free throws, good. Second one could put the 6-foot senior into double figures for the Eagles.
And both free throws good.
Dunlap with full court pressure. White inbound, back to Vanderheit. Finds Brewer in the middle. Panthers break the 10-second count. Pass is tipped and intercepted by Schaumburg. He gets it to Munez. Sutter strong to the basket, and he draws the foul on Brewer. Another strong move by the freshman.
Dunlap got their hands on that that ball that
Tipped by Schaumburg.
Yeah,
He saved
Shamari
it
was
from
trying to
going
get
out of
away.
bounds. Yep, got it into Munoz, and then it was a 3-on-2, and Panthers make the ultimate mistake of fouling it and turn it into a three-point play. Stewart quickly across the timeline. Patterson thought about the three in front of the Panther crowd. Brewer didn't think about it, cut it loose.
Oh, beautiful.
Patterson passed it up, got it to Brewer in the corner for three. Munoz out
That was
of
a big
control.
basket by Brewer.
Schaumburg answers with his own.
Answers the other direction. 21 points on the night for Austin Schaumburg now.
Cuts the Panther lead down to 8, 55-47. Just under the 6-minute mark here to go.
30-second timeout.
Again, the Eagles only with 2 team fouls. Really look for them to really extend that pressure and really look to trap. And you know, like I said, they're not worried about it. They get a foul call, fine. Let them take it out of bounds. And
Yeah, the foul situation really benefits Dunlap in this situation.
you know, and you come out of there, from their standpoint, you know, if I foul and they don't call it, we may come out of there with the steal, knock the ball away. Inbound to Brewer, 3/4 court, reverses to Vanderheit. Finds Stewart.
And Coach Schermerhorn was a little nervous there that they'd get across the timeline, so he calls a 30-second timeout.
Panthers have really looked for that cutter in the middle against the pressure, and the Eagles took that away that time. And as we were calling the timeout, Jake was throwing a long pass that Schaumburg, being the athlete that he is, was going to go get and intercept. So I'm sure they're talking about how they want to attack the pressure here. Again, they're going to have to take care of the ball. 8-point lead, that can evaporate in a hurry with that 3-point line. We know that. We've seen it countless times. So
Patterson inbounds to Vanderheit, gets the ball back.
going to have to be careful if you dribble by somebody.
Oh.
Dribble by
White's
somebody.
pass.
It looks like the Eagles are trying to wrap around and poke it away from behind. Jamari White's pass, he thought Jake was going to the corner, and Jake was open where he was, so he wasn't moving.
Dunlap looking to cut it to a 6-point game. 55-47.
Munoz drives baseline, finds Mason, his three off the mark. Jamari White comes out of there with a
Tipped
strong
around
rebound.
and finally pulled in by White.
Good rebound by Jamari in traffic there. Coming out of there with it. Jamari White cross court, finds Stewart. Schaumburg draws the foul. That'll be his third. Shelton comes in to replace Jamari White. Another ball handler, shooter on the court. Look for the Panthers to kind of spread things out even more here. Patterson having trouble getting it in, finds Shelton. He's doubled, gets it to Patterson. Patterson inside Vanderhyde, under the basket. Nice reverse
layup.
Braden just seems to know where those holes are at, where those open spots are at.
Gotten loose a couple of times here in the fourth quarter. Foul coming up here.
Foul on Patterson. I tell you, I think that is about the 5th or 6th foul against the Panthers tonight in the post, fouling someone catching the ball. I mean, they're working for position, but it's that back hand. When you put that hand on their back, you give that guy a chance to call it. And as a player that used to guard those people, I hated when they called that against me, but if they're calling it, you can't do it. I mean, and we've done it numerous times tonight. Double bonus the rest of the night.
Mason's first free throw is good.
Sutter back in for the Eagles, gives them some more size.
Second one good as well.
Sutter will be the point of the pressure here.
They're going to call a foul on Braden Vanderhyde.
It's a late call. The contact with the elbow, if it happened, was early.
Yeah, I did not
then
see.
Then Schomburg does the, that's a yellow card in the World Cup for a leg whip, but 8-point lead, 4:35 to go. Brewer guards Munoz in the backcourt and gets it across the timeline. Card finds Mason on the post. Spin move against Patterson. Up and off the mark. Rebound, Braden Vanderhyde. Eagles extend their pressure. Patterson gets it across to Vanderhyde. Eagles all over him. That's how those kids, you don't.
Oh, call the travel on Micah.
Again, that's kind of a late call. If he traveled before he dribbled. He splits the double team, dribbles through it, and gets fouled, and they call the travel. So, I mean, you got to call it. You know, they're Dunlap's trying to foul. They're trying to build up that foul total, and they're all over people, and it's not getting called. That's what we were talking about. Panthers can't get frustrated by that. They got to play smart, not get baited into an offensive foul.
Jamari White on the foul there. The second Panther now with 4 fouls. Shelton and White both have 4. Patterson with 3. First free throw is good. I believe that's Schomburg.
This is probably about that time where I'd start to say, hey, the Panthers are going to be patient, make them come foul, but I think they have been, and it hasn't been getting called.
So 6-point game.
Cross-court pass.
Oh, little off the mark, off of Shelton's hands, and it's a turnover to Dunlap.
Right idea by Braden. He had a good cut to Shelton, but that's one of the situations where we probably just want to get the ball across the timeline, run some clock. 3:35, 6-point lead. Sutter inside, he spins, back to his right, drops it in.
Just like that, it's a 4-point Panther lead, and there is a double dribble on Stewart.
Panthers a little rattled here by the pressure. 4-point lead, 3:21 to go.
They need a stop and a score at the other end to regain some of that confidence.
Jackson out, Shelton in, or Jackson in for Shelton, tipped away by Stewart. Good hustle by the Panthers. Jackson on the floor.
He's going to call him out of bounds, I believe. Oh, wow, okay.
Jackson on the floor, had possession and called a timeout, I think is what he's going to call.
Thought it was going to be a jump ball, and then I noticed that his shoulder might be on the line, but somehow this ball is goes back
so maybe on a dual possession, the Dunlap player was out of bounds, so maybe that's how the Panthers get it.
Okay.
Panthers get it in the middle. Andre Lewis, that's off. Not a good shot. Kick out. Good rebound by Patterson. Stewart for three. Off the mark, Braden Vanderhyde.
Wow. Braden comes flying in.
Big basket by the Panthers right there.
Like he anticipated that was where the rebound was going to go. Great play by Braden Vanderhyde there. And a much-needed basket by the Panthers to make it a 59-53 ball game.
They'll build the lead back up to 6. With a huge play there by Braden Vanderhyde.
Yeah, the stop at the other end, come back and score at this end.
Yep.
30-second timeout.
So Dunlap has really hurt the Panthers in the lane inside. A lot of the work's been done by Max Sutter, the freshman. Jamari White on the bench still with 4 here. Just under 3 minutes to go. Panthers in there, man-to-man. Patterson on Schaumburg. Sutter in the post. Freshman post player putting it on the floor.
That one's going to be on Patterson,
yeah.
his 4th, so 3 Panthers now with 4 personal fouls.
Patterson really doubled down hard. I think if he just reaches in and tries to grab the ball instead of trying to tip it away, but just try to tie him up, you might get the jump ball call.
First one by Sutter's good. Sutter's had a big 4th quarter for the Eagles.
Lewis and White back in for the Panthers, replacing Patterson and Jackson. Makes them both. Cuts that lead back to 4.
Fans wanted an inbound violation there on Vanderhyde, but he got that ball out before that foot crossed the line. Foul on Dunlap.
Foul on Griffin Card. That'll be his 4th.
Panthers will inbound far side. Brewer to trigger.
Backcourt, Andre Lewis brings it across. 1-3-1, half-court trap pressure by the Eagles. Big Max Sutter out on the point. Stewart in a double team. Long skip pass gets it across Lewis.
Good job getting that ball away.
Micah
Long
Brewer, 3.
That's good. That's a big 3-point basket by Micah Brewer.
Build that lead back up to 7. Sutter trails. He'll shoot the 3.
And like last time, when we've hit a 3, Dunlap has come right back down and answered. And now the Panthers throw the ball away.
Vanderhyde tries to throw that long skip. Jamari White's coming to meet the pass. Braden's throwing it more toward the corner.
Sounds like we may have a bench warning, perhaps.
I think we have a bench warning for multiple assistants being out on the court. 4-point lead, 1:59 to go, 62-58. Munoz pushes hard for the Eagles. He gets it all the way in the lane, kicks it out. There's Schaumburg, wide open look at a 3, off the rim.
And
good check out by DeAndre Jackson inside. Get a foul on Max Sutter over the back.
that is his 4th foul. He's had a big 4th quarter, and that 4th foul is going to make an impact. 1:50 remaining.
Patterson will replace Vanderhyde here. Coach Schimmerhorn will take a timeout. It's a full timeout. Be a spot throw in. I could really look for Dunlap maybe to change their pressure and not make it so much zone pressure, maybe some man-to-man, deny this inbound pass here a little bit more since it's a spot throw-in. So 2 timeouts left each team. I'm sure Coach Schermerhorn's telling. Looked like Patterson was going to trigger the inbound for the Panthers. I'm sure he's telling him, man, we've got timeouts left if you can't get it in. Good ball game. You know, the Panthers pulled away there a little bit in the third quarter, and then Dunlap has really fought back. Panthers have kind of hurt themselves with some turnovers. You know, again, it's pressure, and people in the stands think that it's easy. Oh, there's a guy there. Throw it to him. You know, well, you know what? They want you to think that guy's open. They want you to try to throw it there. So,
yeah, Dunlap has definitely dialed up the pressure here in late.
Well, and they're athletic. They're long. I mean, you got Schaumburg, you got Sutter out there, 6'4", 6'5", long arms. You know, they can go get a pass. Kind of extended this 1-3-1 to kind of a three-quarters court. So the Panthers should be able to inbound, but it's what are they going to do once it's inbounded? Jamari White. Back to Patterson. He gets it to Andre Lewis. He gets it across the timeline. His pass intercepted. He dribbles, throws a pass. Good rotation by Schaumburg. He intercepts that cross-court pass.
Jamari White on Schaumburg. Through the lane. Puts it up.
And in.
And in.
It's a 2-point game, 62-60.
Oh.
Jamari White gets the pass from Brewer.
Pulls it back out.
Patterson goes strong to the basket. Off the mark. Might have got a little foul.
Dunlap has a chance to tie or take the lead here.
Munoz all the way. Card having
Long
had one.
3 by Card.
Brewer with the good checkout and rebound.
Card wanted a foul in that three-point attempt.
1 minute. Panthers need to be smart with the ball here. Andre Lewis in the corner. Long skip pass. Those have been getting intercepted. Again, 5 team fouls. Patterson in the corner. Timeout, Panthers.
Coach Schermerhorn wants to talk things over.
46.5.
So be a full timeout.
Panthers are going to have it inbound deep in that corner.
I liked it when the Panthers had that 14-point lead earlier, but this is, as we mentioned at the top of the show, much like what we expected, a physical game between these two teams like they have had in the past several matchups.
Yeah, that's that 14-point lead seems like a long time ago.
This was a 50-38 game after 3 quarters, and now it's 62-60 with under a minute to play here.
You know, we talked about this a little bit last time. You know, Panthers have a lot of seniors out there, but they're being asked to do things now that they weren't asked to do last year. You know, Jake was out there a lot. Micah was out there some. But those guys had experienced people out there with them, and they were kind of the third or fourth option that were just catching the pass and that sort of thing. Now they're the ones that have to handle the pressure, and so far Dunlap's been able to create some turnovers, cut this lead down to 2 with 48 seconds to go.
All right, Vanderheit to inbound. Into the backcourt, finds Stewart. Stewart across the timeline. Some discussion of who that went off of. It went off of Munoz.
This is one of those too where you know you can't beg for every call. I mean, you got to be smart about it. Long inbounds into the backcourt. Brewer's got 10 seconds to get it across. Long pass to Stewart. Vanderheit gets it over to Patterson. He kicks out. Brewer a long three.
Is short.
Foul on Bernie Wynn on the rebound. Brewer's 3 was short. Dunlap will have a chance to tie this at the free throw line.
So again, the Panthers have been in the double bonus for much of the fourth quarter here.
I'm not sure this is the right shooter. I thought it was Schaumburg, but Card at the line makes the first. A good shooter, you'd expect him to make both of these.
is a tie game, 62-62. It's a timeout Dunlap. And we've got a nail biter here, Jeff, as we play the final 30-plus seconds of this contest.
One timeout left for each team. Dunlap's been the aggressor, but again, we talked about the foul situation. I think the foul situation's allowed them to be like that and not worry about, hey, we're putting them on the line or anything like that. And the Panthers have really had some costly turnovers here. Put us into a tie situation. Now, this is where, what does the Dunlap team do? They've gotten here by putting good pressure on for the last 8 minutes. Do they continue to pressure? It looks like they are. Panthers inbound to Brewer. Long pass. Jake Stewart catches in the lane. Kick out Brewer. His three.
And good. Huge three-pointer by Micah Brewer. 65-62, 16.5 seconds remaining.
Dunlap takes their last time out, I believe.
Wow. Big shot there by Micah.
Well, we talked about that in the last game, too. Micah hadn't had one for a while against East Peoria, and they kick it out to him, and he made a huge three against East Peoria to extend the lead. And here, same thing. Long pass. Jake Stewart might have a basket against pressure. He has the presence of a senior to kind of shot fake, see the pressure, kick it out to a wide open Brewer, who had just missed one from right there.
Yep. Yeah, I was anticipating Stewart taking that shot, but when he kicked it back outside, hey, a wide open Micah Brewer, let him take it.
Good shooter, shoot.
Okay, a full timeout. Dunlap ball. When we come out of this timeout, okay, so they put some time back on the clock. They say it's 17.6.
So, Panthers with one timeout, Dunlap out of timeouts. Here's the question, do you foul? Some coaches believe in, hey, take the foul, put them on the line, they can only get two, but let the ball roll. Munoz picks it up across the timeline. Panthers are going to guard the three-point line. Schaumburg strong to the basket.
Ooh.
I'm sure that is exactly what Coach Schermerhorn said, do not foul a shot. Schaumburg drives hard to the lane, draws a foul on the freshman, Jackson. Have two shots here. Only 5 team fouls, so look for Dunlap is going to come crazy hard after the Panthers here. Schaumburg makes the first. Vanderhyde back in for Jackson. Braden's been the trigger man for the most part against the pressure, so Coach Schermerhorn wants his best press offense lineup out there.
Both free throws good, and that makes it a 1-point game. Vanderhyde to inbound. Ooh, felt like a quick 5-second call.
But I think we've got a timeout down on the other end.
A timeout before
the 5-second
call. That call comes with much displeasure from the Eagles crowd that is to our left.
Well, and that's good officiating. I mean, this official is down here in front of the Panther bench. That official is down there counting, and he is just looking there. He's making sure there's no violation reaching across. He's making sure nothing happens down there. And as he blows a whistle for 5, he's blowing the whistle down here for a timeout. So, yeah, that's definitely a situation that the Dunlap crowd is not pleased with. But,
of course, all eyes are on the inbound.
Exactly.
And nobody's looking over at the Washington bench in that
100%.
situation. So good job on the officials to get that call right.
So, and you just got a 5 count the last time almost. So you think, hey, we can do this again.
And it'll be Jake Stewart inbounding this time around. Stewart, Patterson, Brewer, Vanderheit, and Jamari White. Cutting hard.
Inbound to Patterson. Here they come, double team. Panthers just have to get it across. Long cross court pass to Vanderheit.
They have to foul. Ooh, hard foul on Dunlap. Hard
That's
foul
going
on
to be 2
Vanderheit.
shots and a ball out of bounds. That's a tough call. I mean, he's driving to the basket. I don't know if it's... Braden Vanderheit will shoot 2, and the Panthers will have the ball on the sideline. 3.6 with a 1-point lead. First one off.
Okay, the first one is no good. Compose yourself. Hit this second one, Braden.
No timeouts left for either team, so it's not a situation where Dunlap could steal an inbounds and call a timeout. Vanderheit makes the second. Panthers will have the ball underneath.
3.6 seconds remaining. Patterson to inbound.
Panthers have to be careful not to foul. Brewer in the corner.
Good job by the Panthers to get that ball to their best free throw shooter.
Fouled by Sutter, and that will be bonus. 1-and-1 for.
That'll be the 5th foul on Sutter, the freshman. The 6'5" freshman fouls out.
It's a nice game by Max Sutter tonight.
Real nice.
You're making a statement that I'll be around here for 4 more years.
Certainly unofficial, but 11 points in the 4th quarter for Sutter.
Brewer rolls in the first one, build the lead to 3.
Jackson back in for Vanderheit.
Panthers just need to stand still here. If he makes the second one, they should just stand still. There should be no movement by a Panther anywhere, because the last thing you want to do is foul. Brewer misses. Schaumburg's long attempt, off the glass and off the front of the rim. That would have tied it.
So your final score tonight in a nail-biter, 67-64. Panthers extend their winning streak to 5 games, move to 4-1 in Mid-Illini Conference play. They drop Dunlap to 3-6 and 2-3 in the Mid-Illini Conference. A very enjoyable game tonight, much as we expected, but got to be quite a nail-biter down the stretch.
And the Panthers, I'm sure Coach Schimmerhorn, they'll talk about the mistakes they made against the pressure. They will try to clean that up in practice and work really hard at it, and not make those the next time.
All right, so we've got another game tomorrow night.
Not tonight, though.
So thanks for joining us tonight. The boys and the girls victorious on this doubleheader versus Dunlap this evening. 55-38 was the final score. The girls victorious, and 67-64 the boys win a nail-biter versus the Dunlap Eagles. So tomorrow night we've got a 7 o'clock tip-off. We'll be joining you just before 7 o'clock as the Panthers host Lincoln in a non-conference game. So thanks a lot for joining us tonight. Jerry Warfield, Jeff Little. We will talk to you again tomorrow night. Have a good night, everybody. Hey, at least it was exciting, you know? The end of it, what if it was a